Now, from WYDC TV, this is Big Fox News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Harriet Wallace. Ann has the evening off. We start off with the winter weather in the Twin Tiers. Meteorologist Alyssa Triplett joining us now with the very latest on snowfall totals in the region. Alyssa, the snow really been adding up.
In the very early morning hours, we did see that storm system to our east had a little bit farther of a westerly push, allowing for our region to fall within some of those higher snowfall rates, where even a general region of 5 to 7 inches was found across the area. So big dosing of some snowfall was in place here, but we were working out of that system. But we are going to still keep an eye on more snow as well as cold, and I'll have more details in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks so much, Alyssa. Let's go now to our Sonia Ellison, who was out and about in this snowy weather. She's got reaction from people around town as the snowfall adds up. Sonia.
Winter weather makes a strong comeback in the southern tier as locals shoveled, scraped, and plowed their way through the couple of inches of snow this morning.
I think it's here, definitely.
We like the snow, it's beautiful.
National Weather Service put most counties in the Twin Tiers and central New York area under a winter weather advisory and/or hazardous weather outlooks into the early evening tonight. Tonight and tomorrow night, Bath and the southeast Steuben County area is expecting wind chills as low as -10 degrees. Elmira is expecting wind chills as low as -7. Temperatures are anticipated to be in the 20s through the weekend. More snow could come our way Thursday through Friday, with the chilly winds continuing through the weekend as well.
Yeah, it's not packed snow. It's light snow because it's so cold.
But the southern tier may see a brief break from the cold snap. Monday is forecasted to be 38 degrees with highs in the 40s possible for next week. Until then, the National Weather Service and locals remind everyone to take their time on the roads when it gets slippery. Exits 53 and 54 on I-86 were closed earlier today for accidents.
Slower is better.
That's good. Just got to drive careful.
Because you never know if you're going to hit black ice. Just drive slow and always watch around you. Leave enough distance between cars.
Sonia Ellison, Big Fox News.
Today was the first day of the Snowy Scavenger Hunt organized by the Parents Resource Center in Corning. Snowy pictures have been hidden in the window fronts of Market Street businesses. Pick up a scavenger sheet at the Nani Hood PRC to use as a guide and find all the pictures and write where you found each image. Return your completed sheet by Wednesday, January 31st, and be entered into a prize drawing. And now to a house fire last night in Erin, causing extensive loss to the home. A report of a structure fire on Park Hill Road was made about 11:30. The Breezeport, Erin, and Van Etten fire departments responded. The family living there lost their pets and home to the fire, also sustaining smoke and water damage. No fire crews have yet confirmed the cause of the fire or if anyone was hurt. More details will come as this story develops. Suspected Gilgo Beach serial killer Rex Heuermann returns to court. This is video of his family entering the courthouse in Riverhead, New York today, where Heuermann was charged on a 4th count of murder in the 2nd degree. The charge is related to the death of 25-year-old Maureen Brainerd Barnes, who vanished in 2007 while working as an escort. He pleaded not guilty to the new charge. Officials say DNA was used to help them link Heuermann to Brainerd Barnes' murder.
To the new charges? Well, we had advance notice that it was coming, so I explained that to him. Again, he said, I'm not guilty of these charges. He's looking forward to fight these charges, and we're doing that. We're going to continue to prepare. I expect that additional discovery will be forthcoming on the newest victim, and we're going to examine that and scrutinize it.
Heuermann is currently facing murder charges for the deaths of 3 other women, 24-year-old Melissa Bartholomew, 22-year-old Megan Waterman, and 27-year-old Amber Costello. Police say the majority of the murder victims found along Gilgo Beach were sex workers. The victims' remains were found between 2010 and 2011. Turning now to the race for the White House, it was a night of few surprises. Former President Donald Trump commanding a significant lead over Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis. And the GOP field is getting a bit smaller without a doubt. Doug Luzader is in Des Moines with the latest.
Well, this was a big win for former President Donald Trump. He moves on now, hoping to unite the party behind his candidacy.
I really think this is time now for everybody, our country, to come together. We want to come together, whether it's Republican or Democrat or liberal or conservative.
Former President Trump declaring his victory and looking ahead after winning over a majority of caucus goers last night here in Iowa.
I can safely say tonight, Iowa made this Republican primary a two-person race.
And Trump easily beat his closest competitors, including former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who came in a distant second. Entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy dropped out after coming in fourth, and he's now endorsing Trump.
We're going to do our part now going forward to make sure that America First lives on, to make sure that Donald Trump is successful as the next president of the United States.
And while New Hampshire is the next contest, DeSantis has already skipped ahead to South Carolina, appearing there this morning, hoping to build on whatever momentum he may have gotten out of Iowa.
We punched our ticket out of Iowa yesterday.
And while DeSantis is hoping to build on his numbers in South Carolina, Nikki Haley is banking on a stronger showing next week in New Hampshire. In Des Moines, Iowa, I'm Doug Luzader, Fox News.
Former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson suspending his bid to become the next president of the United States. Hutchinson announcing the move today, a day after finishing sixth in the Iowa caucuses. In a statement, he congratulated former President Trump for his win and the other candidates who garnered delegate support. He then went on to say, quote, "I stand by the campaign I ran. I answered every question, sounded the warning to the GOP about the risk in 2024, and presented hope for our country's future." Hutchinson's campaign manager said they would not be issuing an endorsement at this time. Last night's 31-17 win for the Buffalo Bills against the Pittsburgh Steelers game has got Northeast talking.
Go Bills!
But 4 of the defensive players were injured in last night's game at Highmark Stadium, making some fans concerned it could impact the playoffs coming up. This Sunday, the Bills will host the Kansas City Chiefs in the divisional round at 6:30 p.m. The Southern Tier is surely rooting for Buffalo. Alyssa is back with our complete forecast next. Plus, while Republicans were caucusing in Iowa, President Biden remaining on the re-election campaign trail, making a stop in Philadelphia Monday. More coverage of the 2024 presidential race still ahead.
Here's your local stock market update from Big Fox. Now, your Twin Tiers forecast from Big Fox.
Well, that impressive snowfall was able to run up across the area with generally light accumulations farther off towards the west, but that easterly region walking away with upwards even a half a foot of snowfall is a nice new blanket of some snow to work with, and we will be adding to it. But we're working into some quieter weather, but with a fresh blanket of snowfall and clear skies, what we're seeing is that overnight our temperatures are falling back to those single digits, as we see dropping down to about 7 in Elmira, 5 into Corning, Watkins Glen there down to 8, Wayland down to about 6 degrees. So a bit of a chilly start to our Wednesday morning, but what we'll see is that we're going to keep the cold conditions around for at least our Wednesday. But what we'll note is that temperatures do bump up just a bit as we head into our Thursday, as what we're going to be watching is that a system is going to be sliding its way through the area, bringing us some snow showers, but behind it will be a round of more of those cooler temperatures and some stronger winds that will be setting up for a Saturday before we'll be talking about working to more more of a near normal weather pattern for next week. So here as we set up into our Wednesday, again, we start off into those single digits and we'll mainly hold within those teens all day, just barely touch those lower 20s, pairing it up with some sunshine. So we'll break between the snow events, making for some time to do some pickup. But if you are heading outdoors, make sure that you are packing on some layers, as we will note that there is going to be a bit of a stronger wind, gusts up to about 20 miles per hour by the end of the day, bringing a little bit of a chill to the air. But it is a southwesterly push, which is what's going to try to bring in some more mild temperatures for Thursday, but also start to lift in some moisture. So we see that area wide, we do hold within those teens and lower 20s. Wind chills will be down into those single digits to teens through majority of the day. So with those sunglasses, make sure that you're packing on the layers. As we head into Thursday, we're not going to be as cool, holding to the teens, which is near normal for this time of the year. So that southwesterly wind doing some help to bring those temperatures back up, even trying to get to those lower 30s on Thursday. But what's going to hold off those temperatures from continuing to climb is going to be an area of some snow showers sliding across the region. As of right now, looking at lighter snowfall accumulations, but potentially talking maybe another inch or so for some accumulation if that system lifting in on Thursday. But behind that system, we do get a push of that northerly air, and Friday into Saturday, even through Sunday, that is going to create some brisk wind chills, getting some 30-mile-per-hour gusts, and then watching that temperatures will be bottoming out will bring some wind chill concerns. So a bit more of an Arctic air feel we'll have. Now we'll have those snow showers linger potentially through Saturday morning. Again, there is going to be a bit of some rounds. We'll have one round possible on Thursday. Better chances going to come throughout the daytime on Friday, so some snowier Friday conditions leading to some slick roadways. We'll watch accumulations again, a couple inches maybe possible. We'll work with that cooler air mass throughout the weekend, not record potential, just a colder feel before we will have some rebounding temperatures into next week.